2 decades of unwavering commitment, excellence, and justice. Today, we proudly celebrate the 20th anniversary of VB Attorneys. For the past 20 years, VB Attorneys has been a beacon of legal expertise, passionately advocating for justice and standing by our clients through thick and thin. At the heart of our success is a team of dedicated professionals working to make a difference in the lives of those we serve. The trust and gratitude of our clients has defined our journey.
You're looking at one happy client. I got into my accident back in November. I called VP. They were the greatest people you can ever deal with.
I retained Brian Beckcom to represent me. He did an awesome job. Actually, he got me more money than I had expected to get.
I want to give my appreciation to Lena, Patty, Brian, everybody over at VB Attorneys. They were really great, helped me out tremendously. You ever need help, need representation, I definitely give them a call.
Curtis and Kat was awesome. Curtis would call me on Sundays to update me or just see how I'm doing. Same with Kat through this whole process. This pandemic, they made sure I had their cell phone numbers. Kat put a lot of work in for me and would just ask about my personal life, make sure I'm okay. Same with Curtis. And Curtis wouldn't settle for anything but the max policy with the insurance company. And that's what he got for me. And he stood behind what he said and really made me feel like he was working hard for me.
And I got hurt at the oil fields, and I hired an attorney, and I had him for 13 months, and he never was able to do anything. So I fired him, and I hired VP attorneys, and they were able to get me a settlement, win my case, and I highly recommend them to anybody.
I was injured working offshore about 2 years ago, and I searched out VB attorneys, and I'm very happy that I did. I mean, between Brian and Lena and Patty, the amount of legwork, I'm dealing with Patty mostly, a lot. And I know she probably has a full plate on, but just was always there, to help me out.
There's no words that I can say to express how I really feel about him for what he did for me and my family. There's really no words that there's nothing I could put into words to really tell him how much I appreciate what he did for us, All I could really do is pray for him. Pray that he stays the person he is and never changes, because he's a wonderful guy, truthfully.
All I can say is if you're hurt at work, just call VB and they'll help you. Pretty much everything I can think of. Take care of our kids when they get old enough for school and our retirement. Just thanks for everything.
A couple of years ago, I was injured offshore. Didn't know what I was going to do. No one seemed to care or wanted to help at the time. And through some channels, I was able to get a hold of VB and Associates in Houston, and they accepted my case at no charge. Throughout my ordeal, I didn't know what I was going to do, and after talking to them and giving them my case, they picked the ball up and carried the ball throughout this. I was actually going through some hard times while I was injured, wasn't getting nothing done. Well, they were able to make things happen, and throughout the ordeal of my case, they were, like I say, on the ball. They never dropped the ball. If I needed help doing anything, they was always there. I just want to say, if you've been injured in any kind of offshore accident, I strongly, recommend that you contact VB. They're very professional. They handle their business. They definitely know what they're doing. Of course, I can't not mention Patty. She took care of basically everything in there. Brian and them handled the other end, but without Patty and the rest of the girls in the office, this wouldn't have been possible.
No, appreciate you. Thank you to Patty. Thank you to Brandon. Thank you to everybody that helped us along the way here. I mean, to be honest, the transparency, the communication is a big deal, and I just hope you guys continue that forward, because that, honestly, this took a long time, and without you guys talking to us about this stuff, we wouldn't know why. So thank you so much.
Myself, as well as some of my colleagues. have received nothing but the utmost care and respect from this firm. They're a very knowledgeable staff. They'll go the limit for you. They'll do everything that they can. And we're 100% satisfied with their abilities in this endeavor. They've just been completely fantastic through this entire process. And even if you would just like to call for no obligation information, I sincerely urge you to do so. Because, again, these people are just very fantastic at what they do here. So it won't hurt you to give them a call, pick up the phone, and they'll give you some free, no obligation information to help you with your case. And if you do decide, they're the people that you really should be speaking with. But again, my family, my friends, my colleagues are 100% satisfied.
The first time I came here, everybody treated me like I was a queen, treated my husband like he was a king. And then the people came several times to the house to talk. Then we came out here and y'all brought us lunch. That was neat. And so when the settlement came in, that was even wonderful. I love y'all people. And everything is so great. If I have any friends and they need anybody, I would recommend them to you all because y'all are the best.
I want to give a thanks to Patty, to Brian, and Lena, because without them, I think I'll still be stuck in the pool that I was stuck in as far as dealing with a company doctor and the job itself. I wouldn't be at this point to where I'm beginning to feel better. So I do want to thank them.
You guys really helped me out with, finding a doctor and actually getting answers that I've been requesting about myself and about the injuries I sustained in that accident. And you guys really helped me out with it quite a bit. I say thank you very much. You've been really good help and you've been great through all this process.
He is a very sweet man. He was humble. When he didn't know the answer, he says, Miss Wonder, let me call you back and I'll let you know. He never just said something and he didn't know what it was. I want to tell him I love him. I support him in anything that he does.
I hired Vuk and Beckcom after sustaining an injury offshore. I was working on a workboat whenever a mooring line hit me and on my side, and gave me 2 broken ribs, on a lacerated spleen, and lumbar injuries. They did an explorational surgery to see if there was anything that was more damaged, but luckily I was able to keep my spleen. While I was with Vuk, him, Linda, and Sean worked alongside me and were very helpful. They, when I come in, they would treat me like family.
If I hadn't met Brian, we would be dependent on the government for a lot of care today. From the whole time, he was there for us through everything. And we couldn't ask for nobody no better, just being honest. And then we had several options through Brian that where we could set the money up, or we could take so much, and I think we had about maybe 3 to 4 choices that we looked at, and we could pick what we wanted. And that's what we did. We talked to each other and decided which one would be best for us.
I would like to thank Vuk, Linda, and the rest of the staff, because there was a couple other staff members that helped me along the way during my hospital visits and everything. I would like to tell them that I appreciate everything they did. This was life-changing for me, and I appreciate this help that you gave me.
Your stories inspire us to push the boundaries of what can be achieved to mark this momentous occasion. VB Attorneys invite you to join us in celebrating 20 years of legal excellence, integrity, and a commitment to making a positive impact. Here's to 20 years of celebrating victories and countless stories written to pursue a better, fairer world.